Hello everyone and welcome to Mania 2013 episode 57 for the 25th of February 2013. Like I mentioned, this is the first episode of 2013. We're back a bit later than usual. We did say that we're going to be back at the last Sunday of January, but it wasn't to be the case. There's going to be a lot of changes to Mania, which I'll go through in just a couple of seconds, but we need to introduce the panel for 2013, starting with Mark Knight, who has been here since 2011, since we started it. He's from the Mr. Mark UK1 channel. I believe it's a gaming channel now. And great to see you again, Mark, in late February.
Yes, it's great to be back, and it is our last Monday of February, so it's just a month later than usual. But it's great to be back on Mania. We've had a few hiccups during our last month of what's been going on. I fortunately lost my iPod, but I'll talk a bit about that later. But it's just great to be back, and hopefully another year out of this.
Hopefully we'll go for a full year,
yeah.
And Mark, I just got to point out, because I haven't pointed this out to you yet. Your last episode, according to the episodes, was episode 54. Counting out the best bits, obviously you're in the best bits, but your last episode was 54 because you missed the Christmas show. But I've got to thank you because you did invite Santa to.
Yes, I remember that.
You invited Santa into your room, and you filled in for us, and he did a wonderful job. And I thank you once again for coming on to the Christmas show in your absence.
He emailed me saying it was a great show. He would love to be back for 2013 Christmas show. I said, yeah, of course you can. So I think I'll be here for Christmas 2013. Who knows?
Also joining us for 2013, he was here last year. This was his first year last year. Now his second year this year is Elliot Lyons from the legend Elliot 94 Productions YouTube channel. Great to have you, Elliot.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's okay. I'm looking forward to another great year of Mania. We need to go through some changes before we go into some news. Obviously, we're going to cover a bit of our opinions of the news going on for the last month or so. But before we do, we just want to say that the show will now be fortnightly and not weekly. So basically, it'll be Mania that gives you your fortnightly dose of Apple news and views. So we're going to do a fortnightly. The reason being for that was a bit of I don't really know what the reason was really. Do you want to? Because Elliot kind of come up with it. It was in conjunction with obviously Mark being busy and obviously other of us being busy. But do you want to explain more about the fortnightly, Elliot?
Well, I thought about it because there's not enough. I don't think there's enough news in 1 week to talk about in every week. And also, Mark has to we'll just have to do driving lessons on Mondays as well, every other Monday. So, we'll do it every other week, and we'll have more news. And Mark can do his driving lessons. And
it's the best way of that.
Yeah,
driving.
It's a pretty good idea, I think. Which means we will get 2 episodes per month. And I know this is a while away, but I'm just going to say this. Probably in December, the 2 episodes in December will probably be the prediction show and the Christmas edition. But that's at a later date. We'll obviously figure that out in November. We're not even worrying about, we're just in the end of February. So
it will fly by, don't worry, you people. So we have Christmas 2013, and Santa will be back. Hopefully. Unless you didn't run over by the radio.
So that's just one of the changes. I think that's a good idea. We're going to record it on Monday. The traditional recording actually started on Monday. Remember we used to do Mania on Monday? That was when it was live. back then. Obviously, we don't do live anymore.
Mark's internet blew
that was a long time ago.
Yeah, but now that obviously means now that it's fortnightly, we changed the app of the week to the app of the fortnight now. It's just the way it goes. And the question of the week, we actually, when we were first going to do it, when of the start of the season, we did change the question of the week to question of the month, but we'll take it to question of the fortnight now, and we'll just ask you certain questions from the week's news, and that will obviously be easier. So we better get into some news for the past couple of months. Is there any other changes I forgot? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Have I went through
me losing my iPod.
You've lost your iPod. Yeah, you've lost. You can explain that now if you want. You lost your iPod.
I just got back from the high street at Sign On, and I just bought a song off iTunes. Thought, okay, my iPod needs charging. I had this little docky thing that plugs into the computer. I'm going to plug my iPod on there, and it wouldn't charge. Okay, that's weird. So I cleaned it all up and decided it with some kind of spray air thing. Still wouldn't charge. I tried another one, would not charge at all. And looked online and kind of believed that the battery had died and stopped working. So unfortunately I had like 20% left on it, so I had to back everything up onto my cloud. So I've still got every little app I've bought from iTunes, and I've had to sell it for eBay. And unfortunately I don't own an iPod, which is unfortunate. But I still own my MacBook, which is very good because it's Apple show, and I still own my phone, which is an Android device. And I also bought another Android device that Jacob wanted me to unbox live.
No, well, it wasn't really unboxing live. It wasn't really unboxing because we're not live, obviously, we're recording this. But yeah, it was, I don't know what I was thinking then. But if you want to see an unboxing of that, it will be on the Mr. Mark UK 1 channel at youtube.com.
So and the computer build, I've got a new computer, so also my computer build, another surprise unboxing coming soon as well. I wonder what that could be.
Nice. Nice, looking forward. Right, okay. All right. Well, we better get into some Apple news because there's been a lot going on lately. Not that much, but I mean, like, there has been a lot of rumours going around. We'll start with the one that's really going around at the moment is the iWatch rumours. I don't know if any of you have heard of this, but apparently it's purported that Apple may release a watch of their own, which is a bit weird considering that, you know, but I'm not saying a normal watch. It's obviously rumoured it's going to be like a smart kind of watch thing. Who wears watches these days anyway? Watches are still good. But what are your thoughts? An iWatch is what they're calling it.
Well, I'm sure one of the iPod. I'm sure it's iPod Nano. Is it that can turn into a watch?
Yeah. And that's what I was going to point out, yeah. See, this is where you kind of got to believe it a little bit, is because of the iPod Nano. Apple released the iPod Nano, right? The little small iPod Nano. I'm not sure what generation it was. I can't remember, but it was the little one. People started, brands started making bands for it, so then it could click on and be like a watch. And Apple actually liked the fact, I think, of that. So they started to make their own little interfaces, clock interfaces for the iPod Nano, and then that really made it a watch. Obviously, last year they took that out and made the other iPod Nano, so now it's a multi-touch screen but bigger. So maybe they've done that because they're bringing a smartwatch in. Could that be something to do with it, do you reckon? Like, you know, they've now cut the iPod Nano small out now, and so now, so that they can make way for a watch that's going to be similar to the iPod Nano. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I suppose it is something.
They have to be careful in what they call it, because if they call it the iWatch U, that's not going to be very good, is it? The iWatch U.
No, it's not. No. Well, it has been reported.
I watch you.
I'm not really listening.
It has been reported that it's going to have a touch screen, which would be fair enough. You'd think that, you know, it wouldn't be just a normal kind of watch. It would be, you know, with a touch screen. Maybe do a number of different tasks. You wouldn't think, and I know this is I think people have talked about this before, about the iWatch and what could be in it, and people have said about phone calls. Do you really reckon that the iWatch in some form will integrate your iPhone, so then you can connect your iPhone via Bluetooth or whatever to the iWatch, and then you get iWatch calls into the iWatch, because you wouldn't really want, like, someone wouldn't really take calls on their watch, like go, oh, hello, this is, such and such, how's it going, on your iWatch,
Yeah, but then it wouldn't really be a watch, it would be just a nano on the band, wouldn't it? I mean, that's...
Well, yeah. Yeah. It's a bit of a weird thing, you wouldn't think that Apple would really, come up with something like a watch, like, they're, but if it's probably gonna be released, it probably would have something like Siri in it, probably have a bit of, maybe reminders could be in it, could be a great way to have reminders, obviously the time, obviously clock interfaces, it'd be similar to the iPod Nano.
Calendar.
I'm not sure what the design would be. You would think it'd be a thin kind of watch, but it's something you wouldn't think that Apple would kind of bring out. But who knows? There hasn't really been a release date on it yet, or when people think it will be out. I'm not really sure. Do we reckon this is going to happen? Do you reckon true or false? Is the iWatch going to happen?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Just getting going. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't think this will happen, because at the end of the day, it is Apple we're talking about, who does iDevices, not an iWatch. It may happen, we never know. A few things have happened, but we never expected, like 2 iPads out in 1 year. The iPad
No,
Mini.
exactly.
So
iPad Mini, yeah.
You never know.
Exactly, yeah. I'm going to take a punt and say yes. I think this, if Apple can do something with this watch and make it really effective and make it like none other watch before, then it will be a great product, and they'll revolutionise the watch. But if they just do a plain simple watch with nothing new in it, just the time, then it's not going to be a very good device. It's not going to sell very well. It's not going to be worth the money for them to producing it. So if rumours are true and they can put some sort of things in it that can make it a real smartwatch, then I reckon it will be true. But I don't think it'll be coming anytime soon. I don't expect it to be announced in March. But I don't know. If rumours are true and it's going to be a real smartwatch, then it could be announced soon. So the iWatch, an interesting story, if it even is true. And we've seen, things like this. The iPad Mini obviously was one of them that rumoured that went on a whole wide, pretty much a long time before then it was announced. And so this could be one of those things. Maybe it could be announced at the end of the year. So iWatch. We'll see. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. Does anyone want to say anything else about the iWatch before we move on?
I don't think I need to say anything about it. It's pretty much looked on.
Okay, moving on to a bit of iOS just for a little bit, and I think it was the third last episode of 2012. It was me and Elliot, I think, just me and Elliot. Mark, you weren't there for some reason. I remember though talking about this with Elliot, and this was the Bluetooth keyboard. I think Elliot might remember this as well. The Bluetooth keyboard on the Apple TV. Do you remember that, Elliot? Remember we talked about the Bluetooth keyboard integration. We talked about it. Well, that has happened. So now, I think it was 6.1 or something like that, an iOS update come out. There was also an update for the Apple TV, made available Bluetooth keyboard support. So you can now use a Bluetooth keyboard for your with your Apple TV. So I'm not really sure what it would be used for exactly. But
I always thought you could.
Apparently you can't. But anyway, you can now. And that's the main thing, and you can put any Bluetooth keyboard. Not sure if the Magic, not the Magic Mouse. What do you call the other thing? The keyboard, the Apple keyboard or whatever it is, that might work with it. So, if you've got a keyboard, it's got support for the Apple TV.
I've got a keyboard on my Mac.
What, in your actual laptop, or are you talking about another one?
On my actual laptop.
I'm not sure, probably not.
I swear you can connect these to the Apple TV. You can connect these to the Apple TV.
You might be able. Oh, what, the keyboards or the actual laptop?
The actual laptop. Through iCloud.
Oh,
or was that the iPad or the...
Through iCloud. Oh, yeah, I think you can with OS X Mountain Lion. You can AirPlay it, I think. You can AirPlay Max now. But you can put it in the TV with a VGA, obviously, if you have a VGA. You can, and obviously the right adapter, obviously Apple has a different kind of adapter to plug it in. Anyway, I want to talk a bit about something that through the break, there was a lot of videos about Apple dying. One of them, a guy was talking about, and it's apparent it was because Apple was kind of dropping down in stock a little bit, and I think apparently they were the second best company now, and not the first, which is not really great for them really, because Apple do really great products, and then they've just been able to drop down, and it's companies like Samsung. But I want to talk about iOS. You've used iOS, Mark. You've used iOS, Elliot. You currently use it at the moment. Should it have more functionality in it? Is it like too, like people have been complaining about how it's been simple since day one, and they should, make it more functional, so you can do more things on it, like Android. These are more of the geek people saying this than what it is on the actual people, not like people, I guess dummies. But I think I've lost what I was saying, but should iOS be more functional? Is it too simple and you can't do anything?
No, I don't.
If that makes sense.
I don't think it's too simple.
So you think it's too simple?
No.
No?
No. It's...
A lot of the games...
I remember, it was pretty much simple. You press a button, your touchpad, and then you got a password and your app. So I think it's pretty much simple for the our generation. But maybe for the older generation, it might have been a bit not so simple.
People have been complaining, and I know one of the guys, I believe he's from the UK, he's called Apple 99 Man. They made a video on Apple dying. He's not that popular YouTuber, but I think he has got a partnership. But anyway, it's a shout out for him. But he said about the interface. He has an iPod Touch 4th generation. He said he complained that the interface has been the same since day one. Obviously, they've had this kind of thing since day one, and I do agree with that. They have. They then obviously added the background, but should they change it a little bit? Like the interface, should they change a little bit, or should obviously new features need to be included? But should they revolutionise it a bit more? Do a really major update where you got more functionalities?
No.
No. But I do agree. I do agree. I think
happens. You've seen what happens when YouTube changed their interface. You know what that causes. So.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is nice and simple, and I don't allude to the fact that you can't do much on this. I can do plenty on this iPhone. The App Store is probably one of the best app stores in the world, probably better than the Google Play Store. And I've got a message come up right here, but anyway, it's simple, yes, but isn't that what everyone wants to experience? Simple smartphone, and that's what Apple provides, with this Android phones, they might not be as simple to, work out, For people who's just getting into the smartphone industry, would probably be the iPhone, or the iOS would be the great thing to choose. I don't think it's simple. Well, it is simple, but you can do a lot on it. And for people who are not happy, they should just go jailbreak their device. They can then do whatever they want. But I think what Apple has now is pretty good. Now it'll get better over time. It will improve a lot more. Like this year, we could see iOS 7. God knows what that will bring. So, it's simple, but you can do lots on it. You can do lots on the iPad. You can do lots on iOS. What do you think?
Yeah, it's as I remember the iOS, it was just okay. You can do lots of it as you say, Jacob, but you change it. It's fine how it is. Maybe the updates, but yeah, it's fine.
There'll be updates. Yeah, Siri's spot on. Siri's working fine. I think Siri would work
I've never really
better than the Google Voice. Yeah. But it would, like, I have had experience with Google recognition. That doesn't work at all. I think it might work on Samsung phones now, but Siri works pretty good. Obviously it's still kind of, working Siri, so, they'll add more stuff. But iOS, I think, is okay so far. And I know Apple's, is this a bad thing that Apple has dropped down in stock and is now the second best company? Apparently they're the second best company. Should Apple be worried or what?
I don't know really.
Don't reckon?
Maybe.
No.
No, yeah.
No.
I think all
there's
they
still a
need
lot of
to
things to do.
do,
Like,
all they
they'll
need to
end
do
up-
is be careful of Samsung. Because they're really...
That's it, number one competitor, yeah.
Samsung phones are really good. I wouldn't mind using one myself. So.
Exactly, yeah. And, yeah, they're good. And probably the Galaxies are really good. There's obviously tablets coming out now, so... Yeah, obviously that's the one big competitor. I'm not sure if that's the top company in Australia. I'm not really that sure. But anyway, I don't think Apple should be worried that much. I think we'll see some very good products, I think, and we'll see some more updates and more improvements to the, I don't know what's going to happen this year, what they're going to do, but they'll make the iPad better, definitely, and the iPad's pretty good at the moment, really, and you've got more iPhones to come out, you've got more iOS updates to come out. Obviously the next one would be iOS 7. So yeah, Apple's doing well. I think they're just they're not releasing anything at the moment, which means the stock is falling. So yeah, just a bit of iOS talk. This was in January when people were saying, if Apple's dying and stuff like that. And really, I don't think Apple will never die, will they? No.
And I want to talk about
it's just too good of a company. Tim Cook's running it well. It's not like... I know we talked about... I think we did talk about it on one episode, if now Steve Jobs has kind of resigned and is now obviously died, whether it will fall. But it hasn't really fell, really. It's still been going with the Retina display Mac.
I don't think McDonald's will be dying anytime soon. Not
I'll get hold of it.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I went in there.
Did you want to talk about...
I went there the other day, it was so busy. That won't be done.
Good old Maccas. You wanted to say something, didn't you, Mark, in a minute? Or something?
It was about Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know, it wasn't mentioned on Mac Mania Facebook page, but I only just found out yesterday through a YouTuber who's one of my fans and actually lives in the same town. It was Steve Jobs' birthday yesterday. If you didn't realise, I don't know how old he would have been.
No, but
Yes, I only found out yesterday that it was his birthday, which was so pretty much. I should wish him a happy birthday if he was here.
Yeah, wish you happy birthday. I hope he's resting in peace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Well, it wasn't in the news yesterday. Steve Jobs' birthday, which is.
No, I didn't see it in the news. It's, yeah.
No, I didn't.
But I know the family would have been celebrating it, definitely. Now, this is an interesting one. We're going to go to Maps now, just talk a bit about Maps. This is a story that's come out today. Apple are actually seeking an Australian-based engineer to fix Map software after warning over its use. So, obviously, Maps hasn't been correctly... so, let me just read the article. This is from... This is on news.com.au, obviously an Australian paper website, or no, Australian website, based article website. It says, after 5 months, Apple has finally learned that when you get lost in Australia, it's best to ask a local directions. So that's basically saying that, you've got to ask directions for Australia. But they're going to... it looks like that they're looking to hire an engineer to fix this problem. Your thoughts? Is this the best move for Apple to get an engineer, fix these problems that are going on in Maps for Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it stops.
Yeah, it would be good, obviously, because Maps is like I've been using Google Maps. I've used Google Maps. But that's the one I use. I've got Nokia Maps, the shortcut to Nokia Maps. Like like in my navigation, I've got Google Maps, Nokia Maps shortcut, and Where Is, and Google Maps is the one I use the most. So it's just because it works. Google Maps works, and the directions is good. So Apple, that's probably the thing that they need. They've dropped a massive is obviously the maps. They haven't got into the maps industry very, very good. Not a very good start. So hopefully they can fix all these problems. Could be better, obviously. I think that's basically it for the news. I think there's obviously other rumours that we'll go into more detail when there's more kind of news about it. But obviously MacBook Air Retina display could be something that I'm worried about because I want to get a MacBook Air and they think that a Retina display will be coming out soon. And then iPad Retina display, that's obviously been hanging around for quite a while, this rumour for iPad Retina display. Obviously iPhone 5S or iPhone 6 or whatever it's going to be called. There's a few other things that are hanging around. So my question of the fortnight to all of you is, will the iWatch be announced in 2013? Will it ever be announced? Just...
What the hell was that?
Your phone, Elliot. I'm
trying to get my app of the week, week or whatever it is, after the fortnight.
So, will the iWatch happen in 2013? Will it be announced? The way that the question of the fortnight is going to work is you can tweet us. I'll put a tweet up and you can retweet the answer. I am going to put a question up on like a poll on the Facebook page as well, and obviously I will put it on the website as well. So you've got 3 places to go and vote. So you've got a fortnight to vote. Put your say in. We'd like to hear your say and what you think will happen if the iWatch will be announced in 2013. App of the fortnight, I think it's time for now. I've got a couple of apps. Elliot's got, I don't know if he's got a couple of apps or if he's got one app.
Wow.
But I took a bit of a like. I've been taking a lot of the liking now into the Simpsons Tapped Out. That was both of your app of the weeks. That was both of your app of the years last year. And I downloaded it once, but it wouldn't work. It wasn't working very well. I downloaded it on my iPod just at the start of the year, and I've been playing it like crazy. It's been really good. I've been visiting Elliot's town. Don't know if you've noticed, Elliot. Does it come up when you visit a town? Or because I've been visiting your town and doing the things that you have to do. No, it doesn't. No, I've been getting your money.
It did with me. But you can add me on Origin if you want to, Mark on UK.
Yeah, I have to do
I will
it,
start playing it again on my Android device when I get my new tablet.
Yeah. Yeah, just got Willie's shed. Okay.
You got Willie in the shed.
Are you right, Elliot? Yeah, I got Willie's shed. Yeah, just yesterday I got Willie's shed. Yeah. Are you right for the app of the week, app of the fortnight? It's gonna be a hell long time until I get used to this app of the fortnight.
Right. Google Drive is obviously
Google
pretty.
Drive, nice.
Yeah, pretty. Well, I actually got this the other day because I never really used it, and it's really good. I backed up my YouTube on it, and I can get onto my files on here. If I was desperate for a picture or something, I could put it on there, and then it will come through on here, and yeah. So and you get 5 gig free, and it's good. So
better than Dropbox?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, I've heard. I think Chris Perillo prefers Google Drive, I think, over Dropbox. I've got it. I haven't really used it that much, so I do like Google Docs a bit. But yeah, it is a very good app. Thanks for that, Elliot. So Google Drive, free from the App Store, and if you want to store things in the cloud, because that's what it's getting to now, storing things in the cloud than on an actual hard drive. You can just store it in the cloud and it will be there. Did you have a Mac app of the week this week, Mark?
Yes. I do, yes.
You do? Do you want to show it off? Yeah.
It's called Rail Maze, and I believe you can get it on. I'll actually show my emails. Let's make it bigger because I don't want to show my emails off. Because what you do is you kind of, then if you can see that, you make a rail. As you can see there, the rail, you just got to get the train from one end to the other. So if I
Rail maze.
So I've just made the train go. Let's make the train go. As you can see, that. Make the train go from one end to the other, which is free on the App Store for the Mac.
Nice.
I don't know if it is available on the iOS device, but
So what is it called?
It's called Rail Maze.
Rail Maze. I'll check it. I'll just go on the App Store now. So Rail Maze. Bear with me for a minute, guys. Rail.
It might be. Whoa.
So
Whoa.
So from what I can gather, it is on the App Store. It's by Spooky House Studios. Free. There is a pro version, so you can get the free version. It's got a pretty good lot of rates. And yeah, that's it. And there's a pro version, 99 cents in Australia. I'm not sure what that would be in the UK if you've got it up. 69p. So go download that. Okay, I'm going to be a bit naughty today, and I'm going to do a couple of apps because we've missed a couple of episodes. I've found some great apps over the break. Now that I've got an iPhone, obviously I've got my iPod Touch as well, but I've been finding a bit more apps with my I've been browsing the App Store and finding some really good apps. So the first one is a weather app, and this is now current weather app. I use this now for my weather. I've put the Apple Weather app in a folder. I don't use that anymore. I use Weather Live. This is a paid app. I believe it's like $1.99 or something for Australia. But basically what it does, obviously displays. It's got a nice interface, displays the weather. And displays obviously the forecast and the forecast by time of the day. But this is what I like about it. See the red thing on the Weather Live app?
Oh yeah.
Right there. That is displaying the current weather now. So it's 18 degrees Celsius in Tasmania right now. You don't even have to open it. It just shows the forecast, the weather right now at the top. It's like the calendar app when they show the date. So today's the 25th. It's showing 2/5. They do that with Weather Live. It's pretty neat. It's really impressed me. And Chris Perrell. So it's 18 degrees Celsius. And
much warmer over than here.
It displays because it's summer, but yeah, it displays really well. So. It's a really good app. I like the interface, but I like how it shows. You don't even have to go into the app; it just shows the forecast. So Weather Live, I'm not sure what it would be in the UK. I know it's $1.99 in Australia. So yeah, go download that. It is a paid. Now I'm going to show you a free app. I've been meaning to do a video on this, but I haven't got around to it. I'm going to show you now. It's called App of the Day. This is a great way to get paid apps, good paid apps, for free. Basically, what you do is you open it. So today's app of the week is PDF Expert. The original price of this was $10.49.
Wow.
That's really expensive for an app. And I might actually download this right now, actually. So I'm going to download it right now. So it's going to direct me to the App Store, and it's going to say that it's free. So just wait here. So free, obviously install right here. I'll obviously put my password in here. I actually just put in the wrong password. Sorry about that. This is a really good app, this one. Not this one I've got now, but the app of the week, app of the day. So basically, they put on an app, make it free for 24 hours, and then take it off and do a new app. They get in touch with the developers, obviously to get their permission, and there's been some really good apps that they've actually recommended. I've got most of my paid apps on here because some of the apps have been really good. They've recommended like Bounty Racer, Rock Rider. I've got a couple of good apps. I got like a $5 app before, and it's a great app. I use it a lot. So this is a really good app. I recommend that Elliot, you download this because it recommends good paid apps for free. And I recommend everyone that they download it. It's 100% free, no scams or nothing. It works, and they've now got an iPad version, so you can get the app of the day on the iPad and get iPad apps. So go download it now. It's free of charge. Yep.
Is it available on Google Play?
I'm not really that sure about that. You might have to check that for me, Mark, because I'm not really that sure. I'm not really that sure at all. But I know it's on the iPhone and I know it's on the iPad. App of the day. App of the day. No, app of the day. And also, what it does also, it gives you the amount of time. So I have 14 hours, 57 minutes, and 40 seconds to download this app.
Yes.
So
to clarify that, it is available. It is available. It is 100% free.
Yep, that's it. So you can download it on the Play if you want, even though this is a Mac Mania. This is an Apple show.
Yeah.
So go download it now. Do you like my wallpaper, by the way?
That's actually pretty cool.
Do you like it? Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Some kind of
code.
Logo thing.
No, it's a code.
QR code. Yeah. Yeah. Scan this and it goes to my Twitter page.
Okay.
Just what I do. But if you want to know the app I use to make this, it's actually really simple. It's called QR Reader. It's very simple to make a QR code, and then I just got the image and just.
Read.
All right, so that's my two app of the fortnight, and I will update that on the Mac Mania site. I will start updating it on the Mac Mania site. So if you missed the name and you want to go download, then just go to macmania71.weebly.com. I've got to just do some editing, but we've got a whole new layout now on the Mac Mania website. So go take advantage of our website.
Do we? Oh, the website.
Yeah, we do. The website,
the YouTube page, sorry.
Okay, alright, that's about it for Mac Mania. That wraps up our first episode of 2013, episode 57. Obviously, we continue on from each year of what we've gone through. But please go follow us on Facebook, Twitter, twitter.com/MacMania71, Facebook.com/MacMania71. What else is there? You can email us if you want to, macmania71@gmail.com. Maybe recommend an app for me because I love apps, and I'd like you to recommend any app for me because I like to try them out. I think that's about all for the links. Obviously, macmania71.weebly.com and our YouTube channel at youtube.com/macmania71. So that wraps up a good episode, the first episode of 2013. Did we all enjoy the show?
Yep.
We do.
Yeah, it was good, and it's good to have this show back because it's good to give you. I like giving my opinions and stuff on the great company of Apple. We'll go through. Elliot, do you want to say where people can find you?
I'm just going to say it's in the description because we do this every time. And I think it's easier to just put them in the description and let people go down there and... Oh, well, Mark's done it, look. There we go.
I've just done that. My links are just scrolling along.
And well, everything else we need is down below because I think that's a lot easier than going through every time. So
yeah.
I don't know if you noticed during the show, we kept flicking up. I was testing it out, but they are my links, so go check them out now. And have you diminished?
Twitter.com/BevOB5 is where you can find me. Also Instagram as well. I love Instagram. Thank you very much, Mark, Elliot, for joining myself and coming back for Mac Mania. We'll be back in a fortnight's time. What's the date? 25th at the moment. So our next show will be, and I will put a full schedule up of the show, of dates of the show on our website. But our next show will be on the 11th of March, 2013. So the 11th of March, 2013 is. Sorry.
No, 4th of March.
No, it's the 11th. It's every other Monday.
Oh, it's 25th. Sorry. I forgot the date. I forgot the date. Sorry.
So episode 58 will be on the 11th of February. 11th of March.
February.
I was about to say 11th of. Yeah, and the funny thing about that is 11th of February is actually on my birthday, so that was really funny then. 11th of March 2013. Have a great fortnight, and we'll see you back in a fortnight's time on youtube.com/MacMania71. From all of us here, bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Have fun.